welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Dallas Cowboys, and it's all up next.
With the eyes of the world watching, it's time for the biggest event of the year, as we're proud to welcome you to the Super Bowl. Up next, one team's name will join NFL immortality at the end of tonight's battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Dallas Cowboys. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
On the return, here's Mims. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by the second rounder who's been climbing the leaderboard since 2014 at Fresno State, Derek Carr.
One thing you can always trust about Carr is to give you a lot of games and a whole lot of numbers as a starter each and every season. He's just got a lightning quick release. I love watching him throw a football, but he's not gotten a lot of chances at postseason moments. In time, the time is not on his side.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Second down now, 7 to go. Another run for Kamara. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. That was Micah Parsons making that play. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. From the shotgun, Carr. This is reeled in by Valdez-Scantling. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Carr. That's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. And they get this down to the 28. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They've worked it downfield very well to begin the drive. It's 1st and 10 at the 28. That's complete to Valdez-Scantling. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
They send a tight end in motion. They give on 2nd to Kamara. Big gap up the middle. And he's finally brought down at the 9. It's It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Working inside the red zone. He just throws this one away. So the incompletion on 1st, here's 2nd and goal. Running behind center with Kamara. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. Give him a few that time, but they'll need twice that to find the end zone here on 3rd and goal.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation. You know, that's an example right there where you just simply got to be on the same page with each other and get both ends of the play right to execute. They want that one back.
On 4th down, out comes the Saints field goal team and Blake Grupe. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Nicotomney's kick is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So now the Cowboys getting an opportunity to send their offense out for the first time. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State 4th-round pick in 2016 who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
I don't think I'm alone in this, Kate. To me, Dak is one of the easiest players to root for their success in the NFL. I think for me and for many others, well, it's based on all he's overcome, from tough playoff losses to significant injuries. But his leadership, his stats, his ability to play like an MVP in big moments, at his best, he really is all you could ever ask for.
Opening play, and Dak's going to throw. Completed over the middle. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Prescott here from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. That one gains 7. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll run here on 1st down. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. This is complete, Jalen Tolbert. And this is marked down Big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They have another 1st and 10 on this opening drive. This one from the opposing 40. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Willie Gay there on the tackle. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And the Saints came marching home, and they dropped him. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Cowboys punting it away here on 4th, and it's the long-time vet Brian Anger on now. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Carr here from the gun. On target to Valdez-Scantling. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
2nd and 3 now. Pistol snap to Carr. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Carr back to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Kamara now on 1st and 10. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing his Carr. This is reeled in by Taysom Hill. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. They go play action with Kahn. Toward the sideline, and he locates Johnson. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Running left, this is Kamara. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Cowboys territory. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
That's the end of one here in Super Bowl 59. Just a field goal separates these two. We'll return to New Orleans right after this. Welcome back. The team is set, so let's get back to it. Second quarter of Super Bowl 59 from New Orleans. This has been a good drive, but and this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. Back out come the Cowboys for their second drive. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. They're out and set, 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Making the stop that time, Kool-Aid McKinstry.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
On target to his back, Rico Dowdle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Dak off the play fake. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Throwing again is Dak. Got Lamb, and it's complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Only a yard that time. It forces 4th and 1. Brian Anger on now to punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And this one is crushed. Wow, beautiful punt here. That is going to go for 60-plus. New Orleans back on offense and ready to go now. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Carr. Catch made by Alvin Kamara. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 31-yard play. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's 1st down. Pressure coming for Carr. He's got Shaheed. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Carr. Gets this one to Shaheed. And he'll be brought down at about the 29.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you can take a lick at any time.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Throwing again, it's Carr. This is reeled in by Kamara. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Carr. That's complete to Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Touchdown, New Orleans! So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
So we've got a stoppage now. Figured this might be coming. We're going to take another look to see if this was indeed a touchdown. Ooh, it doesn't get much closer than this, Brock. Did that ball in any way break the plane of the end zone?
You know how I like to look at this, Kate? Imagine a plane of glass going from the front end of that end zone straight in the air. And any part of the ball, any part of it just touches the plane of that glass, and this is a touchdown.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So after a second look, they say he did not break the plane. No touchdown. It's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, Carr. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You've got to shake it off and keep on firing.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Carr to the air now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
Hey, no matter what the call was offensively, the key to the success defensively right there was that blitz. With their initial push, able to generate so much pressure and get the sack before he could find any outlet.
4th down, out comes the Saints field goal team and Blake Groupie. They're going to mark this as a 24-yarder. Nicotomni's kick is good. And that one was beautifully struck. It goes right down the middle.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And look at this return. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40. Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. And they'll take over facing a 6-0 deficit. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Prescott here from the gun. Ferguson there to bring it in. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Dak now from the gun. Finds a seam down the middle. And they make the stop, I'm going to say, about the 37-yard line. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case, tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
A give now from the gun. Pushing for the red zone. And he is all the way ahead to the 13-yard line. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, okay? They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Back to the well again. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Design bootleg here. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
You get into the red zone, and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. From the gun is Prescott. The throw is caught. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Trying to push this past the marker. And he'll maybe get 2 out of that. So that play brings us to the 2-minute warning. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's a give inside to Kamara. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
They stay on the ground with Kamara. And he takes it up to about the 6 for a short gain. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down. Carr setting to throw. We've got a screen to the running back. And he has it up to the 9-yard line before going down. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout, as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Here comes the Saints punting unit. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. And he drives it towards the other end of the field. Ball taken in at the 36. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Cowboys and running back Rico Dowdle back out now. That's going to be a highlight there, a 68-yard punt. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Rams got it on the sideline. And he's out of bounds after getting across the 45. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. 1st and 10, Prescott. This finds Cooks, complete. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys tie it in the final minute of the half. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And they'll take the lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here comes Williams on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Saints are going to take over now near the end of the half. With the time remaining, we'll see if they can get this into field goal range before halftime. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Carr here from the gun. Kamara's got it. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. The Saints calling for a timeout, their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Running back sent in motion. From the 34. Into traffic, complete! And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Looking to throw, Carr. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. The Saints call their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again, following the sack. Taken in by Shaheed. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Malik Hooker with the tackle.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get 1 step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
All right, back to the ground game here. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. They need a lot here, but still going forward on 4th and 15. He'll throw it. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So we have reached halftime in Super Bowl 59 from New Orleans. Now we'll send you east to our studios in Orlando. That's where Jonathan Coachman is waiting to bring you the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. And what a season this has been, and it is nearing a conclusion. You guys enjoy the show out there. We'll get it back out to you, too, in just a moment.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Here comes the Cowboy offense for the opening possession of the 3rd. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up, and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. And got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing again is Dak. Catch made by Cooks. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Working from the pistol, Prescott. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
The Cowboys sending out their punting unit. Brian Anger, the one to send it away. And this one is away, and he got all of it and then some. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And the Saints are going to have some work to do as they take over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's a give to Kamara. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
They give to Kamara, left side. And he's brought down for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. The tight end going in motion right. Carr throwing on 3rd. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know you've got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. He's got it at the 24. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Officially a 69-yard punt. What a kick. And it's going to be their football coming up. They're out and set. 1st and 10. 1st down, here's Dak. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Throwing on 1st is Prescott. Ferguson's got it, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Prescott to throw. That's caught. Here's Deuce Vaughn. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Now a give on the counter. And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Another carry for him. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. He gets 6 on that play. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
Going to the ground again on first. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives him 1st and goal.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
Well, I'll tell you what that deflection is all about is following the quarterback's eyes. DB knew where that throw was going. With that intuition, he was able to get a hand on it and send it right out of bounds.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Prescott here from the gun. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys grow the lead to 7. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys grow their lead to 8. Aubrey now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Mims. Good looking return here, and he's got room. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. The Saints come marching onto the field. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Ball at the 33 for first down. Carr connects with Johnson. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Donovan Wilson getting there for the stop.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Putting the tight end in motion. 2nd and 4. That's complete to Kamara. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Willie Cooker with the tackle.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
They go play action with Carr. This is complete to Olave. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, kid, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Four downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. They'll run with Kamara. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Just 1 yard on first and goal. Still 4 yards to go on second.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
From the shotgun, Khan. And he will score. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints shrinking the lead some in the third. Chris Olave with the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
So the Saints offense staying on the field. They're going for 2. He's throwing for it. And he brings it in. They go for 2 and the tie, and it works out. But we all knew extra point was doing nobody any good there. Got to go for 2 in the tie. They do. They get it. And just like that, we're all squared up here in the second half.
Squared up, brand new ball game, even Steven. Who is Steven? Do you know who Steven is?
Good question. No, go ahead. Go ahead, though. Take it.
I don't know who Steven is, and I don't really care because it's a whole new game with both teams totally alive.
On now to handle the kickoff. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Cowboys and quarterback Dak Prescott ready to get back to work. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Dak now from the gun. It's taken in by Lamb. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First down, ball at the 36. Off the play fake, it's Prescott. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return. He simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Now Dak to throw. Short pass brought in. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Brought down by Paulson Adebo.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Dak throwing again. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. They'll try and take an option left side. Big gain has them across the 40. They strike for 23 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
First and 10 now from the 30. From the gun is Prescott. This finds Cooks, complete. He's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a play that won't pop on the stat sheet, but the players and coaches won't forget about it, I promise you that. Coaches will file that one away the next time they really need to pick up a few yards.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. They give it to him again. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. So we're winding down to the end of the 2024 season. That's the end of 3 in Super Bowl 59. It's still a tie ball game, 14 points apiece as we get ready for the 4th. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Play action, Prescott. Touchdown, Dallas! Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys break that tie and now lead by 7. Aubrey now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Mims. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The New Orleans offense set to go now. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Working out of the gun, it's Carr. He beams one deep right side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Back to the air, Carr. He's trying another one deep. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete. Searching for Chris Olave with that one. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that's just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. 3rd and long for him here. He has the first over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Carr with it on 1st. Throwing the out route complete. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They run it from the gun with Kamara. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Carr here from the gun. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. Kamara running out of the gun. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Running back sent in motion. Kamara's got it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Tight end in motion left. Carr now on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Running right, it's Kamara. Takes out a one-stop, and he drives this forward to the 6. Nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
He's got it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Now Carr. Catch is made in close. It's a New Orleans touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Now they're on for the most important extra point of their entire season. And he hits that point after, so we're all set up for a heck of a finish here. We're tied in the final frame of the Super Bowl. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Turpin with a return. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
First down, here's Dak. Ferguson's got it, complete. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Dak off the play fake. Ferguson there to bring it in. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Pickup of 12 on that play. That's good for a Cowboys first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him. Oh, those linebackers. Those linebackers. They seem to be in the thick of every play and some of the quickest reaction times out there. He needed a quick reaction there to get a finger on the throw. It changed its direction.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Another throw for Prescott. It's caught. Ferguson. And he goes down a little short of the 40.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Dak out of the pistol. It is caught left side. And he's able to get this down to the 36. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
First down, ball at the 36. That's Lamb running a slant. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
You know, kid, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Dak now from the gun. He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And in for the Dallas touchdown. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half. Puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys break that tie and now lead by 7. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here comes Williams on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. And we've seen some matching touchdowns as of late, so the scoring coming at a good clip, Brock. Let's see if they can keep this up.
You know what's fun, Kate? After all of these years, I have friends that are offensive guys, friends that are defensive guys. And my friends watching this one offensively love it. The defensive guys, they're climbing up their walls.
They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Carr off the play fake. Connects with Johnson. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
All right, Cowboys showing nickel set, 3rd down. Looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They kick the running back in motion. Completes this one to Hill. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Carr. Completed to his running back. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Saints losing by 7. First down from the red zone. This one's caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Second and 3 now. Up the gut they go with Williams. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Saints cut it to a point late in this one. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean into his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
Now they're on for the most important extra point of their entire season. And he hits that point after, so we're all set up for a heck of a finish here. We're tied in the final frame of the Super Bowl. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Turpin with a return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Cowboys offense headed out there. And even with some time left, Brock, a long ways to go to get into range for a game winner. They're going to need to move it in a hurry. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Hits him on the out route. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Throwing now. Hits his running back. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Back to throw. Nice work by the back here, playing safety valve complete. That one hits for 30. That's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
I think one of my favorite adjectives, I don't know why, it just sounds good off the lips, is shred. Shredding paper, shredding the slopes, or a dude shredding a defense just like that.
Wary of the clock here, Brock, but at least all their timeouts are still available. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after a short gain. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to the well again. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. Still one more in their pocket to use. Third down, 1 yard to go. Back-to-back carries here. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. So a big kick coming up for Brandon Aubrey. Ball on the left hash for this 41-yarder. That one is good! And they're going to take the lead inside the final minute.
You know what I love about that kick? He didn't shrink from the spotlight. He seized the moment, made it his own. And that kick might just win them this game.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Mims. This return makes it up to the 25. Here comes the Saints offense. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Trying to set this up quick. One final shot here. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Brought in inside the 20. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. And that's it. Once again, the Dallas Cowboys are Super Bowl champions. Well, Brock, you and I talk about this often. Multiple times throughout the regular season. List of greats who've never made it to this moment. It's enormous. Some of the best to ever do it across 100+ years of football.